Oh yeah! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ham Radio Crash Course. We're live. I literally ran just from the living room trying to give the dog something to keep her busy so I could get back over here and click live. So we are live. Everybody's flying into the chat room. We already had a long chat going. You can hear the dog running in the background. Jeez. Man, the FCC and the Baofeng stuff. Pretty downerific. If you're so inclined and you haven't already, check out the notes. Check out the description for a link to a video I made. Check out the petition. Lots of interesting stuff there. So, not going to spend much time talking about that today, though. Today is Patron Picks for October. And basically what that means is over on Patreon, we have a level of patron that basically gets to pick, among other things, gets to pick the first stream of the month. And today was picked, and it's PSK31. Purely democratic. I have a poll, and people pick, and they decide what they want to watch or what they want to see. And today was PSK31. So we're going to talk about PSK31, particularly through FLDigi, which is a well-known app. It's been around for a long time. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Let me show you what that looks like on the web here. Oh, no, I can't. I'm already jumping into it. I got to do my news. Otherwise, this isn't going to work at all. So moving forward with radio. Got some homework for the moving forward with radio. Go read Part 97. Part 97 is basically our rules for being a ham. Link is in the description, and it gives you a little bit more insight into some of this stuff. And some of the stuff is pretty interesting. Like, you might think, hey, I didn't really know that. This is kind of wild. It's wild and wacky. So, yeah, make sure you go check out Part 97. Hello from AZ. Wayne's in the house. What's up? Squirtle's here. Patron picks for spooky time. Yeah, PSK31 sounds a little spooky. I guess if you turn the volume up on the radio, it's like... whoop, 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 whoop. True Talent Mofo saw the Baofeng video. Thanks for the feedback there. I appreciate that. Anita? Is it Anita Natal? Aniti? Sorry. Hello from Puerto Rico. I got that part. What's up? True Tell Mofo, what's up? Yeah, very, very good. So, all right. Moving forward with Ham Radio, read Part 97. It's going to be important. News. I already mentioned the Baofeng video. Make sure you go watch that if you haven't already. The newsletter for October is out. It's accessible to people, just first-level patrons, which is $1. You get a newsletter every month from me, and it's about ham radio topics. This month is how would I build a $1,000 ham shack? It includes a HF radio, and in this case, a mobile HT, not a mobile and HT for VHF, UHF. And partially, the idea was, we got asked on the crash course, how would I put together, or how anyone would put together, a $1,000 demonstration kit for amateur radio if you had to like demonstrate something to the Boy Scouts for them to get their merit badge? I loved that idea. So definitely go check that out if you have access. It's on Patreon now. And the California QSO party starts at 1600 UTC tomorrow, or the 6th, depending on when you are affected by UTC time rollover. And it ends at 2200 on the 7th. So CA QSO party, like all the other QSO parties, is kind of an informal, loose, kind of a contest. It's more of a QSO party. The idea is that you make lots of contacts. California is a pretty big state with a lot of hams in it, so it should be pretty active over this weekend. So kicking us off on a Friday, you'll have a pretty busy week weekend if you're going to be on radio for Saturday and Sunday. So very cool. Check that out. Let's see. What else? Brew Crew. Yeah, that's a good one. We're going to need it because we're going to have a nice little QSO, hopefully some QSOs. By the way, if you are a PSK31 aficionado or have the capability to run it, please tune up them radios and get ready because I'm going to need all the help I can get. Nobody's on PSK31 anymore. Everybody's on FT8. All right, what do we got today? Avery Brewing Company's Anniversary Edition 25 Belgian Soak Oak Aged Dark Ale with honey, dates, and raisins. Yeah, buddy. That looks amazing. Well, the bottle looks amazing. And we'll see how the beer is. I've got too many things in my hand. Let's flip over here. I was gonna go ahead and take my Baofengs on a walk. earlier today, so I was pulling them out, cleaning them, oiling them, making sure they're in good working order as you do with your Baofeng collections. I was going to take them on a walk down to the pier, hop on a boat, and then, hope nothing happened to them. I hope nothing happens to my Baofengs. I hope there's not a boating accident, for example. Man, what would I do? Anyway, that is not the right net. Hold on. That net is wrong. We are not doing... Wait. Hold on. I got to make sure I got the right net for you guys. Because otherwise, this is just going to make no sense. And... where is it? No. What's going on here? Okay. We'll get off of this one. We'll go back to me. And nope, opening. Where's the opening? There it is. Net 2. That's the one I want. Sorry about that. Got to make sure we got the right net, otherwise you're not going to know what frequency I'm on, and it's going to get really confusing. So, okay. There you are. Right there in the corner. See, this is live. And that's not right either. Wow. We're doing great, guys. We're doing great. Let's just hang tight here while I fix this. For those on the PSKs that are warming up your tubes and greasing your whips, now's the time. We're going to be on 40 meters, so. All right. Let's check out the chat while I drink this delicious beer. Antenna grease. There's Andy Miller. Yeah, greasing them whips. Get on that right now. We're going to start selling antenna grease in the ham radio crash course for people. I think that's delicious. This is thick. Wow. Whoa. Whew, sweet sassy molassie. Key Ceramon. I just got my 7300 on PSK31 and FT8 today. Talked to Italy on FT8 and Minneapolis on PSK31 from ABQ. I'll be listening. Yeah. All right. So everybody get on 40 meters. We're on 7.070 if you have that. And go ahead and start calling CQ, or start calling me by name. It's PSK. You can just say KI6NAZ. That's my names right there. You don't need that -7. In fact, let's change that as well, because that's just going to make things confusing. We're not doing APRS today. It's like I planned this or something. It's like I didn't spend all day fielding discussions in traffic on Baofengs, and is my Baofeng illegal? Yeah. All right. So Brew Crew out of the way. Drinking time. Good. Okay, so last but not least, the upcoming video, probably the next stream, is going to be, is shortwave radio dead? And what I mean specifically is like commercial shortwave radio. And then what's it like today? How does it function? What do you get? What do you hear? And I'm going to walk through a couple of my shortwave radios and talk about the receivers that I like. I'm very happy with a lot of the receivers I have. So that's what I will use. It's Swift wants to go to 70.8015. Is that correct? No, isn't the standard PSK 77.070? Okay, so let's go into the web here. Oh, what's that? That's my antenna that I'm going to be putting on the roof. Not mine, but it's going to look just like that. That's my Radio Waves hex beam. Look how pretty it is. So excited. But that's not why we're here today. We're here today to talk about PSK31. So this is software by W1HKJ and Associates. If you looked at this is a ham radio website. This website it's something. Is web 1.0 here. I'm sorry I hate, but sometimes I see a website, I'm like, man, all right. So we're going to download the software. We're looking for FLDigi /FLARQ, and we want that version 4.0.18. Last updated, what was that, 8/22/2008. Oh, that's a good mention, too. Zach is in the chat posting the Discord link. If you want to talk about the Baofeng stuff, I know it's funny. I'm seeing a lot of FCC chats. I think it's hilarious. Let's continue that, but let's continue it over in Discord. Discord, we will be doing an after chat. Let's make this about PSK31 as much as we can. I know there is a lot going on. I get it. I do. And I do want to talk to you about it, but there's a time and a place, and we've got the time, and it's the after chat. So, what is even that picture in the corner? The rotating picture is my logo. Which one? There's a scripture on the side there. That's interesting. Anyway, you download FLDigi and go ahead and run through the installer. There's modes. Well, let's just click on it. Go to it. So you kind of got to know what you need. If you're on PC, you're going to need the .exe, the installer. If you're on a Mac, you're going to need the .dmg. In this case, we're on i386s because they're all Intel-based Macs nowadays. So, yeah. Download and start it. Now, I'm not going to necessarily give you the IT help on getting it started. I will tell you, though, if you're on a Mac, I know this happens, and you double-click on it, it says we won't run it, security. Go into System Preferences, go to Security, click the little button that says Run Anyway, I don't care. So then you're going to open it. And this is what it looks like. Boom. Got my 7300 rolling in the background, which, just so you can see it. But this is kind of what it looks like. This is what FLDigi looks like. Did It's Swift reply? Was he saying something about icon band plan shows? Huh. Well, let's go back to the web here for a second. So talking about band plans. So common frequencies for for PSK31, right? We're looking at Wikipedia, and it shows 7.070 for regions 1 and 2. All right. Now, this was a while back though. So here's a cool thing. We'll just cover this right now because it's a. Let's do this right now. It doesn't really matter what frequency you use. Oh, I bumped it. Anyway. Let's update this guy. So this is the screen when you start it. This is what it looks like. And I need to change that really quick. Good. Okay. So this is what it looks like when you start it up. And you're probably thinking to yourself, oh man, another Hashnasi application with a ton of buttons and things and stuff. So hang tight. It's actually not that I know I say that every time. It's actually not that difficult. Upper left-hand corner is going to be your standard menu controls, and you're going to see that big frequency display. Let's walk through how to do a cat connection, because that's kind of the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. You want the computer to do a lot of the heavy lifting on the radio so that you don't have to, right? And this is what you do. So you're going to go to op mode, configure. So here's your configure menu. You are not seeing that. You are not seeing that. Configure menu. Let's go to rig control. You're not seeing that either. Hold on one second. Let's add a window. I don't know why this is not capturing that. And here we go. Okay. So here's the rig control window. This is all your settings. When you bring up settings for FLDigi, you're going to see this. And, oh, there's already something going on in the background. We'll have to jump over to that and see. Anyway, we're going to be on rig cat. We want to click the use rig cat control. In this case, I have an XML file that you can Google the XML files for your given radios. Some are pretty standard. Some of them you have to modify. Most radios, most common standard radios exist with a XML file that you can download or create your own. Have a text file, rename it XML. So what you do here, put it in a familiar location. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, boy. This is not working. Never mind. Oh, what just happened? I think I crashed my stuff. Anyway, select the XML file that you're going to use. You need to have some kind of USB driver to go along with this or whatever your connection is. If you are... So, just like all our other digital discussions we've had, You need to have like an audio in and out, right? That gets you the audio in and out portion, but it doesn't get you the cat control. Cat control allows your software to take control of the radio, kind of, and set the frequencies you're going to operate on. It allows you to do some logging. It allows you to change some modes, all kinds of different things. Like WSJTX for FT8 would be very, very difficult if you did not have cat control. So figure out how to make that work. Radio to radio is going to be very different. They all have a little quirky things you have to do. Case in point, the 7300 just has a USB cable, which is awesome. It does cat control, audio in, audio out on the USB cable. Wonderful. The downside is you do have to go into the 7300 menus, at least you did on version 1 of the software before they updated the firmware, and you got to monkey around a little bit. I may make a quick little video on that at one point just so people can see it. Okay, so that's my USB. I don't want to touch that because it's already working. Baud rate is going to be dependent on your radio as well. In my case, 19,200. And I want cat command for PTT, etc., etc. So you're going to set that. You're going to hit initialize. I'm not going to because it's working and I don't want to mess with it. Now, there are other options, right? So you've got rig control, or rig cat, which is what I'm using. There's FLRig, which is a standalone app that FLDigi now comes with. If that's the only way you can make it work, that'll work too. Hamlib is another way. Hamlib is what WSJTX uses for FT8. So most radios are available in Hamlib. It took me quite a while to kind of like touch all the right things configuration-wise to make it all work. So make sure you take some time, get it working. But once you get it working, kind of like, I even recommend taking a screenshot of what it is and saving it that way. That way you don't have to remember. Now, when you start this, you're going to have to put in your operator information. So KI6NAZ with my grid square DM03, and then I just have G5RV as the antenna and my operator name, because that'll come in play. I don't mess with the default color stuff that happens, and I leave waterfall alone. Modems, I don't have any. The rig we already covered. So audio is important. I mentioned USB cable for the 7300. Same kind of thing here. You're going to select the audio that goes in and out to your radio. I don't use ID. I don't use miscellaneous. Web, you can fill this into your heart's content. I use QRZ. There are all kinds of things you can do. Hamcall, hamqth, hamcall.net is probably the best one to work with. I don't mess with AutoStart, and I don't mess with IO, and I don't mess with PSM. So again, these are all things you can play with, but you don't need to do that normally. So now you've got it started. We happen to be on 770. Let's get that rig control screen out of the way. 7070. But let's say you weren't all configured, right? It's just going to come online. You're connected to your radio. Let me hit tune really fast. And we are good. Okay, so we're connected to the radio. There's a little book that's underneath the last digit on the right-hand side, and it says open list when you hover over it. If you click on it, you get a list of frequencies that are pre-programmed into FLDigi, which is great. That's what we're going to use. We're going to use 7070, and that's what it shows up with. So I am on... So there we go. We've already got somebody. Who is that? Okay. Okay, call back again, whoever called out to me, and I'll jump over to you. And we'll do this live. So what you're looking at, you got the vertical lines. The vertical lines is showing the decoded information that's happening on the waterfall on the bottom. And those two lines that are kind of going vertically up and down that my cursor is hovering over, that's what the software is seeing, right? So when you click on that area, it should, if it's working correctly, start putting the decode information into the yellow screen. The way this is traditionally supposed to work is that you kind of, no, not me. I'm trying to watch and explain. So what you can do is you can mouse around to find an area you want to be in. And if you see somebody, you can click on them. That's one way. There's another way to do it too. When you click on them, you should start seeing the decoded information show up in the yellow space on the top. where all the red and the CQs and all that stuff is. While other thing is going on, or while you're receiving, and other stations are transmitting in places that you are not currently on in the waterfall, everywhere you are not will be displayed on the left-hand column. I'm still waiting. And then the blue screen is basically where I can type. Now, what I can do is I can preload typing, and this is a free-form digital mode. It's not like FT8. It's more like FT8 call. The difference is it's faster. PSK31 is faster, and you can pack more text into every second of transmit, if you will. Okay, so I'm not getting a response. Where is everybody? I don't know who called me. When did I get called? Oh, there's somebody. DEQ. Okay, so, what's going on here? That is not what I'm looking for. All right, well, I'm going to move over. So I'm going to move over to what I think is a blank part of the band, and I'm going to call CQ. Now, the lower part above the waterfall but below all the text boxes are a series of buttons, and those are your macros. Those are kind of like quick keying for a lot of the work that you would do in PSK. How FLDigi, not FLDigi, how PSK, how FT8 uses its auto buttons, and it can work through the QSO. FLDigi has a similar thing, but you've got to click them manually. So I'm going to click CQ, which is the first button. This is just canned. It's just going to go CQ, CQ, CQ. Notice how it's printing out on the yellow field, and the blue field below is my text space. If I wanted to, I could keep typing. I could just keep typing and keep typing and keep typing, and the transmit on the radio would stay on until you got that $R, which is the last character that will be sent, which will take the radio out of transmit mode and put it back in receive mode. And it's done. Now, we wait. I don't know if anybody's listening, but this is how you would call CQ. Into the darkness. So far, pretty quiet. If this was FT8, the waterfall would be filled. Right now, you just see that one line on the left side of the 1000 hertz area. Not a lot going on, right? Not a lot going on. Which, however you feel about it, is kind of like... The digital hams kind of follow where other hams are because they want to contact other hams. When FT8 came out, people really started migrating off of PSK31. And now that you have FT8 call, which is now JS8 call, there's a story there. I don't know the story in full detail. I'm very interested to find out. But the FT8 people ask the creator of JS8 call to change the name. So he did. And those are his first initials, J and S. So JS call is JS8 call, or JC call, JC8, JS8, JS8 call. It's more like PSK31. It's more freeform. You can chat it up. Now, it has way more features, though, like relaying. PSK31 does not do that. PSK31 is purely like a rag chew type mode. So we just want to type, blah, 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 and that's it. Well, I'm not getting a... So other things that you should note, too, which is kind of interesting, is you don't get a lot of time. Nothing is tracked by time, and you can't really do much. You can insert a marker. So let me go back to right here, insert marker. So it just put in a time tag. So everything that happens after this point is marked with the date and the time in Zulu. Kind of lower tech, because it has been around for a while. As far as digital modes go, PSK31 is one of the older ones. Okay, I'm going to call CQ again. So is anybody out there? Reply. And I'll troll the chat. Just buy a group pack of old Motorola FRS radios. Man, everybody's still talking about the FCC. I plan to get into ham, but I don't know if other people on my group will. Jeffrey says, just watch your Chinese radio ban. I know a lot of rural fire departments that are only volunteers that this is going to hurt due to low budget areas. Yes, there are a lot of people that can't buy Motorola radios, commercial Motorola radios, for emergency responders type stuff. wildland firefighters, for example. Okay. I'm listening a bit west of ABQ and did not see your signal. That's coming from K. Saramon. Okay, well, let's see. How much power are we putting out? It's pretty decent. It's like we almost should have waited until I got that sweet, sweet beam on the roof. Let's call CQ again. So, unlike FT8, there's no reason that you can't call CQ again. And I've got everything. Yeah, my SDR's good. This antenna really does perform better on 80 meters, though. I found that. Also, there's just not a lot of listening in Massachusetts. And yeah, Massachusetts is a hard one. That's going to be hard. My accent started out somewhere completely different and then tried to end up in Boston with that. Oh, bip, 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 bip. There we go. Okay, we got it coming in. W6JXH. So I'm going to right-click on the call. I'm going to hit call. I'm going to hit on. I'm on his frequency, and I'm going to go call. Paste, call. No. Why didn't you do that right? W6JXHDEKI6NAZ. You are live on the stream. How's copy? And then we're going to transmit with the button in the lower right-hand corner. There's also a keyboard command that you can click, and it's going to go through this. It's going to send what I'm sending. Now, I didn't stop the transmit. I could keep typing at this point. And it's actually going to finish my message and then just keep it in transmit. Just hold it up. I could just keep it going. Don't really... See, I'm done, so I got to click off. Turns off transmit. We're no longer transmitting. So now we wait. Now we wait. What's up, 86DM in the house? How's it going? I know, so there's somebody named Vape that they're talking in the chat. It's looking for a good radio. FT2DR is a great radio. I haven't been following the chat as well as I normally do, but if you are upgrading from a Baofeng, you might want to go right into an FT70. That is an under $200 radio. The FT2DR gains you APRS and a lot more features. Pretty big fan of the radio, but if you aren't wanting to go to something that's as complex as the FT2DR, the FT70 is a nice little sweet spot in between. Oh, man. Where are you? W6JXH. Come on. Come back to me. So let me take a moment and talk about the beer. So this 25, this anniversary 25, really, really good. If you are a fan of Bourbon County, which is put up by Goose Island, it's their yearly, and in fact this time of year about they start coming out with it. This is better than that. It's not as barrel-y, and that's the term that Darren and I use. It's not as much barrels going on, the flavor of barrel. But it's good. Less syrupy, a bit more nuance with the honey and the raisins. Vape says he's a little bit worried on the FT2DR's touchscreen wet conditions. Don't be. Yaesu radios are resilient in touchscreen, or resilient in weather. Shouldn't be a problem. And it's not an iPhone touchscreen. It's a capacitive touchscreen. You actually have to push on it with your finger. It's more rugged than you're expecting, for sure. Well, shoot! What happened? So, I'm gonna just... Can I just copy this? Of course I can copy that. I'm just gonna paste back, and I'm gonna try to hit him again. Oh, maybe you just can't hear me. Bummer. So if you notice, it kind of just... Bob? Where's Bab? Oh yeah, Bob had a problem with the FT2DR on his last video. I like it. I think his video is good. I like the FT2DR too, though. Yeah. K6ARK. So whomever it was, who is W6JXH? Are you in the chat? It'd be great if you could say something. Talk to me. I got you. Unfortunately, unlike FT8, which tells you the dB that it's picking up with PSK31, you don't really have that. What you do have is the strength of the incoming signal on the waterfall. See this one on the far left side? It's just a little wispy thing. Just a little wispy line. Stations that have a lot of power will be big and bold and bright. And you can't miss it, right? You can't miss it. Yeah, well, let's try 20 meters. Pretty dead, though. Boomer. All right, so I'm going to go to 20 meters, which is 14. So I click that little book thing again. 14070. Which you can see on the... If you want to know where I'm at, look at the screen that's up above my head. Quiet. Really quiet. Okay, let's call CQ. So yeah, like this vertical white and yellow line that's going down, that's the... If you see something like that, that person's basically on top of you. Pretty strong signal. We may have to go to 80. May have to. Well, so that's interesting. So let me throw you over here. This is PSK Reporter. It's a website I've used on many different videos. This is who's picked me up in the last 24 hours. So 47 minutes ago I got picked up in Texas. But look at that, East Coast. I've gotten picked up on, let's see. What'd you pick me up on? Can't you tell me the band? You gonna make me do this? This whole thing? 14-0. Okay, so somebody just got me on 2 hours ago. Meh. 6 minutes ago, though. What was that on? Oh, on 7070. Okay. So, if you want to know what the bands, what people are using on digital modes, bring up PSK Reporter. We are looking at PSK31 receiving stations. Let me switch it to FT8 and show you what that looks like. Okay, go. There it is. All those little thumbtacks are people that are actively using FT8 right now. Just to put, not too fine a point on who's using what digital modes. So I like PSK31. This is a little hipster video we're doing. I got my hipster hat on for it, but it puts a fine point on it. Wouldn't that be funny if people would come in like 30 minutes into the video and he's on FT8? Why is he on FT8? I thought it was about PSK31. He got crazy. He wanted so many QSOs. He stopped talking about PSK31 and just went QSO crazy. So yeah, pretty silent. And nothing. Sad. Question came in from Fan TV. How do you find out what freaks hams are using for events like a marathon? Dean Johnson. Yeah, buddy. I did get a haircut. I get that high fade action, so I can hide my gray hairs that are coming in. That's getting wild. I've got the gray hair thing going on now, and it's freaking me out a little bit. I'm gonna be a silver fox in no time with my fixed gear bikes. Yeah, I got sidetracked. Marathon. So, is it a ham club that's doing like comms for the marathon? If not, they probably don't want you to know, and you just kind of have to scan. They may not be on amateur radio frequencies. This is that whole Baofeng FCC thing, right? They're probably using radio frequencies that you're not supposed to be on, like public use, emergency, that kind of stuff. Yeah, somebody's doing a Pink Floyd reference. Pink what? What did I say? Pink Floyd reference. Is there anybody out there? Just nod if you can hear me. Just call if you can hear me. I'm gonna have to go to 80. John Bloodworth, if you are going hipster, why not have some PBR? There's a really funny YouTube video. It's a dude with an American shirt on, and he's talking about Pabst Blue Ribbon, and it is one of the funniest videos ever. It's about patriotism. No, sir, Pabst Blue Ribbon is made in this country. It's like one of the oldest breweries or some nonsense. I think it's an urban legend, I think. Anyway, let's go back to FLDigi. I proved my point. And what is it? Ham Radio Concepts made a video saying the bands are dead. The bands are dead! They're dead! The RIDI contest is over and they disappeared. The PSK31 contest isn't even happening and nobody's home. Nobody's home. I may have to go to 80 meters. This is going to be awesome. Oh. No. See, so sometimes, this is a good point to mention that. See up here where it looks like something started decoding, something in the noise there? That's just in the noise. If I lowered the squelch down really low on decode, it would just start trying to decode noise, right? It would just be over the top. So you try to maintain a good level of squelch to decode real data, but not have the app try and decode noise. Note, let's walk around the app a little bit. Under op mode, look at all these. You can't see it. Why? Why can't you see it? What if I do this? Okay. There we go. That's a way to do it. Don't mind all this other garbage that's going on in the background. This is part of my stream magic. So when you click on op mode, you see all these different types of modes that FLDigi can actually run. In my case, we're using PSK, and we're using BPSK31. Okay? But it supports all this other stuff, which, here's RIDI, really cool RIDI contesting mode, only brought out for contests. Throb, I believe, is the same thing as RIDI, or similar to. And then you got your PSKs, PSK, QPSK, 8PSK. And it'll also do CW. CW can get a little hit or miss. Yeah, you keep getting... So Franklin Lewis says, I keep getting trash on FLDigi. How can I fix that? One, either lower your noise floor, which, let me make sure I don't have anything on right now. I don't. Turn all your filtering off. Turn all that stuff off. And what you want to do... Let me go back here. So I want to stay in BPSK mode. And how you check that is that little screen down the lower left. Let me go back now that we... There it is. That's not it. There it is. Let's move this up. Make my life easier. So lower left-hand corner is going to say BPSK31, which is right there. That's how I know what you're on. So yeah, now if I lowered the squelch to all the way, so I just took the bar that's below the white column, and I just dropped it all the way to the left. Now look, I'm picking up all this garbage. There's nothing there. There's no action in the waterfall. So it's like, what is it decoding? Well, it's just decoding the noise. My antenna has pretty low noise floor right now, so there's not much there. So I'm going to bump that back up to a 0. I just leave it as a 0 most times. You may have to tweak it a little bit, though, because some radios are going to have a high noise floor. And if I leave it, I now bumped it up. If I leave it, those should disappear shortly because it's no longer to decode noise. As remember, this is just an app that's decoding tone into text. It doesn't know if the text is coherent or not. It doesn't know what to expect. It's just trying to take a signal higher than your squelch floor, because it doesn't know what the noise floor is, right? So if you have an S3 noise floor, you have to bump your squelch up to be up just above that noise floor, and then you got to wait for the signals to come in that break above the squelch. Otherwise, you'd just be decoding garbage. Well, this is just certainly depressing. I tell you, this will work, though, if you follow my tips and tricks. Let's go to 80. Yep. What's going on here? That isn't... I don't know what that is. That does not look like... Or maybe it is. Let's listen to it. That's CW. Quick! Change it to CQ or CW mode. Let's change this to CW. Garbage. Oh, there it is. There's some PSK. Let's change my out mode back to PSK31. Somebody's there. I'm going to mute this again. I don't know what his call was. He's there. Somebody was there. Hopefully they call back. What's going on? So, one of the things to keep in mind with PSK31 and FLDigi is it doesn't know who you want to talk to, it doesn't know who you want to listen to, and there's no handshaking set up. So, you've got to click on the things that you want to listen to. So, when that guy started calling CQ and it looked like actual real text, you got to double click on it. So, there he is again. So, I'm back on him. Okay, see, now he's actually sending, he's transmitting. But it's got some weird stuff going on. I can send tough copy. Well, he could be talking to somebody else. So that's another thing you got to worry about. Oh, that's W1AWCW. Why would that be W1AWCW? Is that the right? Did I bump this? Hopefully they come. You know what? I'm just going to move off for a second, and maybe they'll jump over to me, because I'm going to call CQ for a while. Get all them power. Yeah, I got that really low SWR on 80. This antenna's good on 80. And I should actually go in and show you the macros, which I'll do shortly here. Nothing. Nothing, huh? Okay, good. There's the macros. We'll take care of that in a second. Nothing. Hey, they can't all be hot bangers, right? I kind of knew going in that this would be tough. That's why I put the word out that I'm like, if you guys can do PSK31, you might be needed. You might. I'll give you a QSL card. I'll send one to you. Because, oh man, it's tough going out there. Let's go back to PSK Reporter. Let's go to the newsroom and see how we're doing. Chuck, how we doing? Garbage. Yeah. Well, there you go. So there's like nobody that's transmitting beat, and keep in mind too, WSJTX has a built-in capability of transmitting or sending their beacons out to PSK Reporter. So that's why you see so many people, is because so many people. Theo T here's right now in Toronto. Can you reply, bud? Hey, bud, come on. Let's do it. I'm going to call CQ again. Don't make me do it. While I get the info back, let me show you what the macros look like. So this is, I right-click on that CQ button. Any of the buttons will bring this up, but this is the CQ macro, and there's some things to know here. So the first part is that TX, that tells the radio, it tells the software to trigger the TX on. And then you send out all this detail. Everything that's in between these brackets usually is a keyword. In this case, my call, which would be the my call that we used in the configuration of the software. So it's going to say my call, my call, my call, CQ, CQ, DE, my call, my call, my call. Please K, PSK, please K, come back. Okay. There's all kinds of other things. My location, my name, my QTH, my RST, what's my receive strength, what's my antenna, band, etc. So tons and tons. Somebody's calling CQ. K6ARK, 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 DE, KI6NAZ, strong copy, 59. And go! Oh, yeah, K6ARK, K6ARK. Oh, there you are. Of course, it's Adam. Dude, you sound really good. Well, let's see if he can hear me. I seem to be outputting all them powers. There you go. So, copy 339 in SD, bad copy. I must really need to put a big boy antenna on the roof. So I'm just pre-queuing this as he's typing. Oh my god, get that out of there. Sorry about that. So he said K6 DE, KI6NAZ DE K6ARK. You are 39 in San Diego. Tough copy down here for the Thank you for the contact for the show tonight. Right on. So I'm gonna reply. Copy 339 in SD. Bad copy. I must really need a big boy antenna on the roof, which I do. I've got everything but the antenna now. I ordered it today. I'm so excited. It's gonna take a couple weeks for them to put it together. Macro editor's closed. Sorry about that. And we're done. So I can just leave this going. Andy Miller, if you go to WebSDR and you go down to the bottom and you look at the map, the one that's in San Francisco can pick me up. The one in San Francisco, I can usually hit that, and yeah. And so, guys, just stating exactly what's going on here. I have a G5RV that is probably 45 to 50 feet in the air in a kind of a sloping inverted V setup. And it's not that great a performer. It works pretty good on 80 meters, particularly on single sideband for some reason. It does pretty good on CW. I have known that I've kind of figured out that the middle bands, your 20s and your 40s, not that great. But the outer bands, so the low side 80, 75, and then the upper side like 6 and 10, does pretty well. Your mileage will vary. Oh, that might be part of it too. So, is it always upper? So PSK31, is it always upper sideband? Oh, and yeah, W6ARK. You can go either way, but generally, upper sideband is kind of the way to go. I don't know if that's somebody, but we'll try and jump over there. So, comment in the chat was, are you on upper sideband or lower sideband? So, something that W6 JTX does for you is put you into the proper mode, whichever band you're operating on. FLDigi doesn't do that. It just wants you to just do whatever you want. It lets you have full control. So we were in lower sideband largely because we're in 80 meters. But generally, PSK31 wants to be in upper sideband. It's not impossible to copy me, but at the same time, fine. Oh. This is way off the band. Okay, let's make sure I'm... Okay. Oh, Ben2112 says, can't wait to see you hex. I want to see how you mount it. I plan on doing 1, if not 2 videos just to get this thing on the roof. I have a 4.5-foot quad mount tower, like an oil rig, like one of those old-timey oil rigs with the 4 legs. That's what's mounted to the roof, and in the middle is a platform in which the rotor will sit. Super awesome. Okay. For whomever was going to try and copy me on the SDR, I'm going to call CQ right now. So here we go. I guess while we're doing that, I should... So here's an adult thing that you can do. What time is it? 2:52 GMT, so roughly K6ARK on, let's call it 245. 245 on 80. The send was 599339 on copy. So I'm working out my QSL card right now for K6ARK. So I got the pertinent details. I'll figure out the rest later. So if you're trying to copy me on the SDR, let me know how copy. W5TCB. I can hear you calling, Josh. But nobody home. Nobody home. There is a really interesting chat going on in the chat, so I hope you guys are having fun reading the chat as well when you're watching me struggle with PSK31. There's some really cool stuff going on. And I would like to remind everybody that we will be doing a Discord after chat, so if you're interested in that, and if you're watching this after the fact, after the live stream is already long gone, the Discord is there all the time. We're always on it. There's always a text chat going on, and we oftentimes do voice chat as well. Let's see how am I doing on... Oops, hold on. Going to the newsroom. Garbage. So, it's kind of funny. I'm getting picked up. Incognito says I'm going to take exams in a couple of weeks. Congratulations, bud. That's perfect. Get going. Get them Baofangs. They all get banned. Baofangs are getting banned. They'll be back. Nobody's taking Baofangs away. Just keep that in mind. So 1958 John Deere 620 has a good point. He says 100 watts is too much for transceivers to do digi. That is generally true. And we're talking about duty cycle, and we mentioned this in the ham radio crash course classes. When you are transmitting voice, the inflections and intricacies of human voice has you outputting power all over the place. Lots of little power outputs and then big peaky outputs. And that's a part of the modulation. That's part of how we push out the RF. When you're doing digital, man, it just goes full throttle. I'm going to use all 100 watts. Your radios aren't necessarily designed to be fully pegged, pedal to the floor, like a motor, basically, right? You're not supposed to just hammer the motor and drive pedal to the floor all the time. There's supposed to be some kind of variation in the way you drive, the same way you'd run a radio. Now, some radios are better at going full power. Case in point, the 7300, I've gone balls to the wall, 100 watt output many times trying to get that Baker Island de-expedition. It hasn't faltered. No issues. It's a great little rig for that purpose. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, there's like a repeater. Somebody's playing repeater chat on the chat. All right, calling CQ again. So, South Africa. Hey, it's Marius. How you doing, man? I'm glad you could make it. I hope your cable building is going well. Let me know in the chat if you're able to succeed with that. W2MJR is giving it a shot. Don't think okay, so I'm gonna wait. If anybody wants to call me out, go for it. Ben2112 says, what about using an amp for digi? Absolutely. Use an amp. Use an amp to your heart's content. I do have a comment about amps though, and this is in part, maybe you're wondering why am I upgrading my antenna before I'm just going to an amp and using my G5RV? Well, I also question its receive capability. Watch 358191. Why? Oop. Yep, I got you, bud. Why aren't you clicking? Click! Oh, God. See, that's the thing. The reason why calls repeat over and over and over again is it gives you enough time for people to jump over on it. So, I'm getting you. Who was that? Chris Brown. Do it again, bud. You're getting through. So going back to what I was saying, it's kind of like W5TCB. Is that you? Yes? W5TCB. DEKI6NAZ. Strong copy to Cerritos, California. 559. Wasn't 599. How's my signal? Don't know if he's copying me though. So here we go. Let's see. So you generally want to have a pretty good radio. 7300 is a pretty good radio. It's still an entry-level radio, but then you want to upgrade your antenna, right? So that you get really good receive, and then you want to then decide if you want to upgrade your amp or upgrade to an amp. The reason is you need to receive, you need to hear so that you can call back, right? That's the whole point of this. I gotta unclick the transmit receive button. There's just so many things I have to do by myself. Why isn't this like FT8? It's so confusing. I have to like, wait, I've got to operate the radio? Who wants to do that? So who was W5TCB? Yep, there it is. We got it. Hi, Josh. Report. IMD, negative 30.37D. Wow. Oh, he's giving me the full show. Go, Chris, go. QTH, where's he at? Arkansas. See, I'm not doing that bad. I'm still in the dirt a bit, but. Dean Johnson, no. No, you have to have a YouTube channel with enough subscribers that you can call in people to come talk to you. Again, this is a very hipster band. Awesome. Awesome. 2AK. I think I have Arkansas in the worked all states. I'm giving this a 2/3. Why do I not have QSL cards out? What am I doing with my stuff here? So we're gonna call that 300. We're calling it 300, and that's to W5TCB. And we were on 80. I gave it a 559. And he copied me with negative 3537 dB. Okay. In the log, kind of. I haven't been logging these though, so I'll work that after the fact. So yeah, we nailed it. I heard Chris from Ohio. Awesome. 2AK. Glad to make the QSO. QSL card is in the mail, buddy. So would like to make one point here. It's kind of an important point. PSK31 has a different weight behind which characters you send. It prefers you sending lowercase characters. It can be more efficient and send out more characters faster if they're in lowercase. How this works... No. We'll turn it... Hopefully someone replies so you can actually hear the audio. I am talking... and I'm not wanting to let you hear the noise and the audio in the background. And we're done. K5 TCB, come back at me with something else and we'll volume. Oh, we got CW in there. Nah. Come back at me though, and let the crowd hear what the incoming tone sounds like. PSK tone is a solid carrier tone with warbling, and the warbling is the pulse shift keying, and the pulse shift keying is what imparts different enough information that they could vary the character that's being sent. Alright, I'm going to mute this for now. This guy's like right in the middle of the CW, or the PSK. Again, there's no formal bands. There's just kind of a nice, oh. Yeah. Come on back. Come on back. So there's a, we should do this because we're crossing the hour right now. So let me go through some of the macros. And if he comes back, I'll amp it up. So we did CQ. I'm going to put the burp, burp, burp. Okay. So that's that. Don't need that. We covered it. Answer. So this is how you generally reply. The call that you want, you're going to turn transmit on, and then you're going to say call, which would be, in this case, let me move this down here, which in this case would be this W5TCB. He'd show up. DE, meaning I'm calling, and it's, oh. Now, you can't copy because the CW. It's getting rough on the copy. Yeah, okay, that's not going to work. So he also mentioned there's a pretty bad lag. I can't do anything about the lag. I know that when I talk, it's almost like a minute later before you get that. I know. It's on the YouTube side. I can't do anything about it. I know. I know this is not perfect. Just think of, like, when you make a QSO with me for that 1 minute, you and I are the only people talking in the world. And then everybody else finds out. Okay. So, that's how you generally reply to a call. I was typing in the call sign DE, my call sign, but you can just do it the way this works is pretty simple. If you right-click on their call, which is W5, and you go call, it'll actually change the call up on the top there. So this works as a logger too. I didn't really hit this, but works as a logger. So if I went in here and said, QTH was Kansas. He gave me a, call it 339. I gave him a 559. And we go, great. Logger. I just saved the log. Okay, so you can use this with your logger, or it can create a file and then you can export that into a logger. All right, let's go back to the macros. So you got your answer, which I already covered, was the call you're trying to call, DE your call, meaning I'm calling you. Please reply. Okay. Then there is QSO. Right click on QSO, and it is transmit, and this is kind of what I use. I was just doing this. Call DE my call. Makes sense. Right click on KN, name, BTU, name, call, DE, my call, K, R. I don't use that. SK is how you end a conversation. So I don't use the God bless. I don't know why that's there. I thought I got rid of this. Do not use. Not acceptable. So TNX, thanks, for QSO. Thank you for the contact. Your name, which is the name that you put in the config, 73. And then you call DE, my call, SK. So that's silent key, basically saying line dead to you, I'm moving on. So what you also got is my name, right? So this is where you're kind of like putting a little ragchew automatics into it. You can say my name, my QTH is your location, and then you say my location is my location. Yep. How copy? Ooh. Is that to me? TCB P's. Not sure if that's to me. I don't know what's happening. Did I not say? No, I said 559. That might be actually another QSO he's working right now. Don't know. So I'm going to wait. If that's you, you're seeing me on the stream, hit me up again. It's starting to get a little bad. Oh, yeah, it's starting to get a little bad here. So then that's your QTH. That's the information about, like, what the, W1 broadcast, CW practice, or following frequencies. Oh, cool. Yeah. 1958 John Deere 620. So I use the W1AW broadcast on 40 meters and 20 meters all the time. I love their CW stuff they put out. They just put out this really long CW practice. It's great. If you want to do that, if you want to learn CW, really recommend it if you got a radio set up. Absolutely. Why is my hat? What is going on? It's bugging me. Really, really cool. I like using that a lot. This thing's all messed up. I think it's because my pins are weighing it down. Okay, so the best thing, though, is the brag sheet. A lot of people rag on the brag. So what you've got here is you're going to say, my call, my name. All my settings are gone. No wonder. That's weird. So you're going to go in here and you can say, okay, I'm 35. My rig is an IC 7300. Power is 1 billion watts. No, I'm on 50 watts. Antenna G5RV. Soon to be replaced with Master Race Hex Beam. That's not okay. We'll just get rid of that. OS is new. Mac OS. Hipster OS. Version. And then that version is in brackets, so it's going to do that for me. So good. So somebody's QSOing. W5DE, W5. This thing is not getting the good copy here. The text is lagging way behind. Something flew in my eyeball. And I just poked myself in the eye. What? A what? Sermon says, maybe take a minute and try FT8 when you're done explaining PSK31. I'm seeing a lot. Maybe get a little QSO crazy. I'll get so many QSOs. It's like fire. It's like literally, you know, they say shooting fish in a barrel, but with a shotgun. You will get fish. Yeah. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, I think I am actually going to do this. And how we're going to do this is I'm going to do my Patreon thank yous. I'm going to switch it over to FT8, and I'm going to show you the difference. This is not crapping on on PSK31 at all. I like PSK31. I really do. It is a text rag chew based mode, and I like that. I like that a lot. PSK31 was the first digital mode I ever used as a ham. It's what introduced me to digital modes. It's the first app that I ever had to wrestle with to figure out if I'm doing any of this right. So I like PSK31. It's a bit like going home to me. With that said, if I'm just trying to knock out QSOs, and generally what I'm doing when I'm doing FT8 is I'm futzing around with other stuff. I'm programming radios. I'm on Discord. I'm working on the newsletter. Like FT8 kind of just fits a more going on in the background lifestyle. If my wife is watching Law and Order or some trash television while she's on her phone or working or whatever, I'm doing FT8. I'm doing something over here. Well, so people might watch TV in the background when they do things on their phone or they work or whatever. I use FT8. That's what I do, right? That's kind of a similar thing. PSK31 requires more activity, more action, more involvement. So it's not bad. It's just you got to understand what you're getting out of it, right? You got to understand that whole thing. So, okay, hold on. Here we go. Thank you to the patrons, and stick around because we're gonna go play some FT8. Thank you, patrons. The people that you see here are the ones that picked today's episode. So if you don't like it, tell these people, or better yet, go join Patreon and you can get involved. What happens is, just so people know how this works, a couple weeks before the end of the month, I'll post a post. I'll just make a random post saying, comment below for what you want to talk about in next month's patrons pick. And then I'll make a poll based off of those ideas and every other idea we've been tracking for the months leading up to this vote. So the Yaesu FT2DR was second place, and that is, I know there's so many people that want me to do a video on that damn radio. I know it. Yes, Andy Miller is saying it right now in the chat. I know so many people want me to do an FT2DR. PSK31 was behind, and then it just went and like slipped through. I was like, man, there's going to be some upset people. All right, but it's all right because it was still good. I still like it. It's fun. It's still fun. All right, so thank you, everybody. William Horton, Michael Nieswender, Chris Ebert, Carrie, who I didn't see today. Carrie, miss you, Carrie. Haven't talked to you in a while. I know you're busy. You got school again. I know how that goes. Jason Siebert, David Dancero, Danny Miller, Franklin Lewis, Ken Neiman, Brad Snyder, Ben Kellum, Dean Johnson, Kenneth Miyamoto, Andy, Gareth Broadhead, Dennis Dunderdale, the only Anthony, Justin Blackwell, Garrett Larson, the no name, Mark McCarty, Dennis Mickelson, George Gaini, Jason Brown, Richard Dragon, KG6WFR, and the brew crew for the brew of the day, which was the Avery Brewing Company 25, their 25th anniversary. I pretty much killed this bottle. It's very good, very drinkable. Okay, so who wants to play some FT8? I think I do. All right, let me move this over here. Come on. What's going on here? Do I have some USB? Okay, there we go. Hang on to your butts. Already, you can hear the audio. You just hear 80's blowing up. Filtering is off. No. I think the family's home. This might be a short-lived QSO session. So I'm going to right-click. Normally I like to set up my FT8 on the 1500 line. In fact, let me shrink the waterfall down. I have it way wider than you can actually see. There it is, right there. Okay, so normally I like to be in the 1500 area. It's going to take a while to reprint. We already got a ton of potential CQ targets. See, everybody that's green, those are already people I've worked. So here's a 7. I'll just knock this down really fast. Why don't you go? What happened? What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? There we go. Okay. So now we're transmitting. I'm going to add... Let me do something really quick so you guys can follow along. Hold on. No. Don't knock on the door! Logi 3. Okay. So, oh, Jesus. Gonna destroy this whole thing. Didn't expect to do this. I'm doing this live here, so hold on. Hold on. Okay. Now I got my 7300 in the background. Excelente. Okay, so they're not replying, so that's fine. We'll just walk away from that. Although that was a 7, so I just could be over his head. Let's turn off. Okay, so that's a 1. We'll try to make a contact with this guy. We'll get 1 QSO and then we'll wrap it up. I'm not going to do JS8 call. Not today. Although we'll do another video on it. Yeah, see, they're not replying either. I'll switch it around to CQ and I'll probably get somebody pretty quick. See, I don't know how a lot of these stations work, FT8, so I can't comment if they're good operators or not. So I don't know what to expect when I put my stuff out there. Let's get that. Yeah, let's get it right behind me. How's that look? Yeah, buddy. But you can see the waterfalls just... There's still a lot of activity. Okay, we're done here. You have wronged me for the last time, KG5HTH. The activities stack, too. It's like call, 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 call. There's no gaps. The kids are home, by the way, guys, so apologize for the noise. Okay, so we're going to call CQ. So all I did was I clicked the CQ button, and I... Oh, you know what? Why don't we... You don't need to see sound. You don't need to see this either. How about we make this really big? Like that. Oop, sorry. I may be split operating. I should probably fix that. I'm going to move this to 1200 hertz. It's kind of quiet actually on 80, so I might jump. And most of these people already have my... So, like Colby, or I call him Colby, C08LY, Colby. I just make the A to B. He's I've gotten him on like every band, and these other people I don't know who they are, and it seems like most of the others are. Oh, there we go. Never mind. This is negative 24. W5T. Oh, there it is. W5TCB's got me. All right. Very good. W5TCB. I can get you on. Let's make this happen. I'm gonna put a little bit more power in there. I'm greasing the whip. Grease that whip. Oh yeah. Oh no. Shoot. So I'm calling you back at a negative 24. So I don't know what you're getting me at. Well, sorry, Kisermon. Am I saying it right? Kisermon? Siremon? So here we see the... Whoa, negative 19. Okay, somebody got better. Let's hope for the best here. Here is what we find one of the most difficult things about FT8, is that you get a lopsided call. In that you got lucky and you copied somebody. And in trying to talk to them back, your... Oh, Keys Airmon. Perfect. Thank you. Keys Airmon. Keys Airmon. Yeah, so right now we're playing this back and forth game. I'm copying this station at a negative 24 dB, which is the lowest in the dirt that WSJTX can do. So I'm trying to call him back, and he or she, don't know, is just probably not getting me at all. It's just not making it through. So...
Have you seen...
Hi.
Have you seen a pink monkey?
Yeah, he had it on his neck when he got in the car and left.
Oh.
Of course I saw the pink monkey. Come on. So I don't think this Q-cell is going to work. And I think he's given up, because now this is the second time I've tried to hit him. I got excited. I've got spaces here that I can put more contacts. I got it. Once I get that beam, though. See, the beam is not only a beam, it's also a rotatable dipole with wideband capability. I'm going to stop. All right. You went MIA. Yeah, I don't think you ever got me. Did you ever you copied my CQ? Is that it? Okay. Keys Airmon. Are we on the same band? Are we on the same frequency? You want to try and make this happen? You want me to call CQ or you want to try and call me? I'm going to turn this down a bit. Calling CQ. Calling CQ.
No.
What's up?
No.
What?
Where else have you seen it? Where's the last place you
He
saw
had it on his neck when he left the house.
No, he didn't. Because I saw him get into
No,
his seat. He wasn't wearing it.
No, it was on his neck. He had it wrapped around his neck. He said, "Isn't this cool?" And I said, "Yes, it's cool."
You
The
mean when
pink
he got
monkey.
Into the car
I have no
today?
idea about the car, getting in the car, but when he left our house,
To go
and
to
he,
Sarah's?
yes, he had it around his neck and he said, "Isn't this cool?" And I said, "Yes, it's very cool." And he picked up his shoes and I got him in the car, and then you left. I don't know what he did after that point.
Did you take it to Auntie Sarah's?
My chain of custody of the pink monkey stopped once I got him in your car. Please close the door. I'm still doing the stream. The chain of custody of the pink monkey is in dispute. Oh, we got... What's going on? Okay. So I'm going to have... Okay, TCB, if you can't copy me, hold on for a second, because I think I can do NR5R. Okay. I'm going to wait for the reply here, and then if there's no reply... No, okay, we're going NR5R. Here we go, bud. Wait, why can't I work? So this NR5R is trying to get me, but I can't double click their... I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Dean, my friend. Yeah, the first half of the video was all PSK31, but we got a couple of QSOs, but it was really quiet. There's not much action. There really isn't. So we kicked it over to sweet FT8, where the QSOs roll like honey. And the children fight in the background, and the father is upset. All right. God, stop fighting! Jesus Christ! All right, so I'm not seeing any activity here. Okay, Keys, Airmon, do you want to jump to another ban? I'm asking for a democratic response. Should we go to 30 meters? I happen to do very well on 30 meters. I have lots of friends there. I know the best people on 30 meters. Oh. Oh. So he's got the tap set for 80 meters. Should be low SDWR, but it's 3-1 and untunable to the S. Yeah. Yeah, you've got to lower that SWR to get it within tunable range of the 7300. Well, let me call CW or CQ for a few seconds. Give me a second. I want to yell at the children really quick. Hold on. Okay. The children have been sufficiently yelled at. And now they're going to cry and scream. I didn't really yell. I'm kidding. Leia put him in the bathtub to get him ready for bed. And then, of course, they're fighting. Because that's what you do. Two-year-olds, man. 2-year-olds. You can't work with 2-year-olds. I can only imagine how difficult it must be to actually work on, like, a film. Like, where you've got to record something with a kid. Shoot me. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. So, it's FT8. Wait, what's going on? Yeah, it's still chugging. Everybody's pretty... Let's call this guy. N7RO. Yeah, who has the pink monkey? Seriously. Sometimes a little less activity is good on FT8. So 30 meters is one of the go-to bands for me. Okay, we got something. Some fish is taking the bait. Ed7RO. I got a negative 15 response, and they're at a +1 to me. That's a huge, huge difference in power. Huge difference in power. Yeah, I can't wait till I get them cancer beams on the roof. I'm gonna destroy so many. Okay, so we completed a QSO. Here it is. N7RO. I got them at a +1. They got me at a -17. In the log. Done. That's it. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to move to 30 right now. They call 3-year-olds three-nagers. Three-nagers. Think of ham radio as a long-haul type of thing. I plan to live stream. Whoa, buddy! There's the tuner. I plan to be live streaming until I am retired. So I just look at it as it's just one bad stream out of thousands that we have to share for the rest of our lives. It's okay. And it was really good up to the beginning. Okay, so if there's anybody out in CQ land on 30, hit me back. My son is a teenager. Nice. My kids stopped being cute when they learned how to talk. My favorite age for all my kids was when they were a small, tiny lump that did not move. And then that was the best part. So I'm calling CQ if anybody is copying me. Maybe it's just not a good night. I saw last night was just garbage. Let me pull that up. There it is. Let's do... We're on 30 meters. Who's picking me up? Take me out tonight. Whoa. Nobody. You gotta hang tight on that one. Okay, there we go. 1. There'll be more. Hold on. What was I looking for? I came over here to... Oh, yeah, band conditions. Let's see. How bad is bad? Please go. Please, internet. Oh, somebody's replying. KH6/G4. What is that? Fair to good. That's like whatever. Who is this? Who is K4KHG? Ben2112. I do hope my kids are interested in ham radio when they get older. And I've been, I give them FRS radios to play with. They have access to radios. I think they find it interesting. Ben, relax, bud. Log it. Let's slide this down like that. Slide that down like that. And you can see more of the waterfall. Okay. Okay. Who is in the chat that wants to try and QSO? I'll hang out if we're trying to QSO. If we're done, then I'll call it a day and we'll hop over the Discord. And you gotta tell me in the chat if it's you that's trying to QSO with me so that I can make you a QSL card. Otherwise, normally how QSL cards work with me is if you call, if we have a QSO and you send me a QSL card, I'll always reply. But if you're a part of the ham radio crash course and the part of the watching the streams and all that, then I will send you a QSL card. I've got a pile of stuff I gotta send out here soon. Got to get out the Shack swag packs from the last stream. I'm waiting to hear if there's any more callers. We got a Hawaii. I've already got that. Oh, I just got that. He was Hawaii. Okay, so I just pulled down a Hawaii station. Not bad. Not bad. The RF loves the water. Loves the water. Cook Island! Go! 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 Stop talking. Go. Everybody go. Full power. Full power. Full power. All man's on deck. All man's on deck. Whose man's is this? Whose man's is this? We gotta get this Cook Island contact. We're going 100 watts, full duty cycle on the poor 7300 right now. I don't have Cook Island. North Cook Island. E5LWL. Wait, what? Is that an E51? The heck is this? E5IWL? Fire! Give her a broadside! We need this QSO. Oh, 86D. See, I knew everybody was going to come back and they were going to be like, this isn't FT8. Oh, that's it. They're not copying me. The dream is dead. I'll have to get... Now I need my real RF cannon. This is where I'll be like turning the rotator. Steady. 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 Fire! And then blast the RF. See, I don't think you guys understand the reason why a lot of people move to beams. A lot of you understand this. Is you're basically amplifying your signal without an amplifier. That's what beams do. We're gonna take my 100 watts and we're gonna amplify it 3 something times. So it's gonna be like I have a 300 watt to 600 watt amplifier on my 100 watt signal, just by getting it in that beam. You mean a HERF gun? Yeah, there you go. That's a real thing. Yeah, I've never worked him before. I still have him as a purple. Purples are long distance contacts. So I get a lot of purples from Japan and the Kiwis in New Zealand and stuff like that. Did you get... No. 86DM, no. I didn't get an amp. I'm already topping out the budget on the on how much I wanted to spend on this thing to begin with. He is taunting me because I can... Oh, he's in a -24. I should have looked at that. I can't... Oh, he was a -17 and then a 19. I should be able to copy that. Bummer. Well, I mean, I copied it, but he can't copy me. Captain, we all have cancer now. Exactly. Now he's back to a 17. All right, we're going to try again. Whew. That beer gave me a bit of the gases. Okay, we're going to have to end this. I'm going too long. We got to go to the Discord. I love everybody on the Discord. It's one of my favorite parts of doing these things is talking to everybody. So if you want to talk... That'd be great. You don't have to. That's the cool thing. You don't have to. You can just listen. And you can be in the chat room. And you can chat little pokes and prods at me and laugh at my stuff in the Discord. So take the link that Zach has posted. Come on. Come on, Cook Island. Let's do this. Need that 1 megawatt amp, right? Like I'm a CB'er. I need them CB'er. I need like 18 alternators from an AutoZone. All hooked together. That's what I really need. Ah! Go! 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 Wait, he got me in a -5? Oh, we're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it. It's a good note to... See, we went from... PSK31, man. You were the best. You were my favorite. Now, I can't make any QSOs on you.
Stop it, Charlotte.
Stop it, Charlotte. Stop it. Yes! We got it. Oh. Okay. We got it. That's it. All right. Good. Good note to end it on. Okay, guys. I'm heading over to the Discord. Link is in the chat. Please, wait. Keys, I called you on 30 meters. Got another response from about 500 kilometers farther than you. So, Keys Airmon. The way to best call me is to put my call sign in the DX call and then make your list based off of me being in the call. The problem with the CQ is that anybody can reply to that, and you didn't tell me to look for your name or your call sign, so I don't know. I've got a ton. Look, I mean, you can see it on the left-hand side. But if you call me by my call sign, which is KI6NAZ, then the app, my app, will just immediately reply if I can hear you. That's the best part about FT8 is if I'm just sitting here, not doing anything, somebody calls me, which I do. I leave this open sometimes, and sometimes I come back and somebody's called me specifically. Boom, fires it off, and it does it automatically. So if you want, are you still? I'll try this. I'll try it. We're running a little long here. What's your call sign, Keys Herman? Did I get it? Do I know? I know I gotta wait a minute now because there's a lag and my light's swinging. I don't know what's going on. The Discord party's a poppin'. No! No. What's your call sign? Just reply with your call sign, because then I'll look through the list right now, and then I'll see if I can get it queued up, and then I'll just call you. I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. KN4MCE. Okay. How far back were you calling it? Because you're going to be a green. No, you're going to be a... Oh, up. K4NC. I don't see anybody. Where are you? What's your QTH? I'm in a DeLorean. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Wonderful. I don't see your call. All right. Sweden. Hello from Sweden. Craps. Sorry. Quarps? Is it pronounced quarps? Quaps? Quarps? Raps? Is it just raps? There's a Q that's throwing me off. I don't know what to do with that. But Vineyard, I know that. I love that. That's my favorite. Love Sweden. What's my man? Black salted licorice, man. I love that stuff. I know it's a kind of a Scandinavian thing, but man, that's some of my favorite. See ya, Shannon. I need more power. Get to the antenna. Let's go. Let's do this. Grace the whips. Do it now. Hi from Argentina. Mariano, what's up? Okay. Keys Herman. I'm waiting for you, bud. I'm waiting for you. Let's do this. We may have to do this offline. Are you hopping on the Discord there, Keys Herman? Trying your call a bit west of ABQ, DM65. I see that. I see that. I don't see anything from you, man. Can you power up? Band's dead. I see W5T. I don't see anybody calling me right now. It's like 30 just died. You can see it in the waterfall. 30's just dead. Oh! Q rap? Q rap? Awesome. I love that. So it's Q Rap's Garden. Q Rap's Vineyard. Q Rap's Vineyard. Got it. Kurt. His name's Kurt, but spells it QRT. Oh, Kurt. Okay. Sorry, I'm making this all a mess. Kurt, very nice to meet you. Thanks for hopping on the stream. I'm sorry. Okay, I gotta end it. We gotta go to Discord. We gotta go to Discord. If you want, we'll try and do a QSO party. I'll set something up next week. I've got that 7300 in emergency mode. Do it. Just do it. Do it. Make your dreams become realities. Just do it. Oh no, Keys Hermon. I don't see you, man. I don't want to switch. All right, I gotta stop. Look, let's sked. We'll make sked, SKED, a sked, and tell me what the stream is about, please. You walked into the wrong stream, buddy. Let's set up a sked. I'll try to do a stream earlier in the week, and we'll just do QSOs on FT8. Just a QSO party on FT8. We'll see how we do. All right? All right. I got to stop. I got to go to Discord. We got serious Baofeng things to talk about. Okay? I love you all, but we got to go. All right. I'll talk to you later. The birds are falling from the sky. Not yet, but when I get that antenna, they will. Because I'll be on my roof with a shotgun, keeping them off of the wires. All right, take it easy, guys. I'm done.